I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome back to TCM and the back half of tonight's double feature of movies about bounty hunters. We just had Jimmy Stewart as a man determined to bring outlaw Robert Ryan to justice and claim the reward in The Naked Spur. Up next, another Western with a similar theme, this time starring Randolph Scott from Warner Brothers in 1954, The Bounty Hunter. Scott plays the title role, a man hired to track down a group of train robbers hiding in plain sight as respectable citizens in a small town. The Bounty Hunter's director, Andre de Toth, had already made 5 Westerns with Randolph Scott between 1951 and 1954. In total, these 6 de Toth-Scott collaborations came before Scott's successful and lengthy creative partnership with director Bud Boetticher later in the decade. De Toth shot The Bounty Hunter in less than 6 weeks during the summer of 1953, though the movie did not hit theaters until a year later, September 1954. The delay was partly due to the decision to release the film in 2D, even though it had been shot in 3D. You can see evidence of the 3D gimmick as you're watching. Characters periodically toss things toward the camera, items that were supposed to jump out at the audience. At the time, Andre de Toth had just finished directing a landmark 3D film, House of Wax, released in 1953. He also shot another Randolph Scott Western in 3D, The Stranger Wore a Gun. Unlike the film you're about to see, that one actually did get a 3D release in theaters. This one's from 1954, also with Marie Windsor, Howard Petrie, Dub Taylor, Dolores Dorn, and Ernest Borgnine, a year before he led the cast of Marty and won an Academy Award. This is The Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter's director Andre de Toth worked with Randolph Scott on 6 Westerns, all released between 1951 and 1954. 2 years later, Scott made the first of 7 highly praised and influential Westerns with director Bud Boetticher, including The Tall T from 1957, Ride Lonesome from 1959. Boetticher observed that Scott was extremely generous toward younger actors who played small and supporting roles. If Scott thought someone was talented, he asked the director to give that actor more lines. Thanks to his generosity, up-and-comers like Lee Marvin, Richard Boone, Pernell Roberts, James Coburn, and James Garner all got to make powerful impressions early in their careers, appearing in Randolph Scott Westerns. Another of those rising talents was Ernest Borgnine, who you just saw in The Bounty Hunter. Borgnine first appeared with Scott a year earlier in the 1953 Western, The Stranger Wore a Gun, also directed by Andre de Toth. In his memoir, Borgnine wrote that in 1976, when he got the chance to work with Muhammad Ali on Ali's biopic, The Greatest, Ali did not say hello at their first meeting. Instead, the first thing Ali said to Borgnine was a question. "Is it true," Ali asked, "that you worked with Randolph Scott?" Borgnine said it was true, and Ali asked what kind of guy he was. Borgnine replied, "He was a hell of a man." With that, Borgnine wrote, Ali smiled and walked off. Coming up, Eddie Muller does Noir Alley. This week, a man's wife teams up with his mistress for a diabolical plan. The 1955 classic French thriller Diabolique is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Diabolique. Then the postman always rings twice. And later, the spiral staircase. TCM gets twisted tonight.